What's up, everybody? Dennis here, Analog Archives. I saw a video going around. It was a video for showing merch. Mainly everybody's showing shirts. So I decided I'd do one. It was a contest video for Raul Serrano. Not super familiar with his channel. I checked out a couple of things. This is not it's not a contest entry, but this is why everybody's showing shit. So I decided I'd do one. I wanted to do a merch one anyways, but I don't need to enter a contest or anything. It's all good, you guys. I don't know what he's offering, but check out his channel. I'll put a link down below. Anyways, this is what I'm drinking here, a Hopademic. This is an IPA out of Cool, California, which I believe is near Auburn, California, Sacramento area. My buddy picked this up for me. I'm not sure where he got it. I think he was in the area, at least in Sacramento. He grabbed me this. So, without further ado, I do have a bunch of shirts, and again, I have a lot more shirts. So I decided I'd kind of break it up, as this one's going to be death metal. So this is part one of death metal, because I got a lot more shirts. I didn't even go into my bins. I just went into where I have stuff hanging in my closet. So these are all going to be old school shit. Nothing reprinted. All original. Either I got them at the show, or I bought them off people during hard times, or ended up doing trades with people. But anyways, let's get into it. I'll kind of give you little stories on them. This is Pestilence, Consuming Impulse. This was the Consuming Impulse tour, European Death Metal Gods with a Z, 1990. And I believe they played with Carcass. And I don't remember who else they played with. But yeah, good show. I was at that show. So that is one of the ones. Most of these I was at the show, but some of these I didn't get the shirts at the show. So like this one, Dismember Pieces, Dismembering North America tour. What year was this? 93. So Pieces long sleeve, Dismembering North America on the back. This side has the tour dates. You can see the little 93 there. This shirt I bought off somebody that was kind of a sad story, but I think they were addicted to drugs at the time, and they had a bunch of shirts, and I was like, fuck dude, I'll give you $100 for all your shirts. And so I got a lot of shirts that way. Some of these I'll tell you about, some they're not going to be that way, obviously. Next one, this was a shirt from that same show, from that Pestilence show. Carcass Symphony shirt, Nauseating North America tour. I think this was the same show as the Pestilence show. I got a couple of these. My buddy Eric gave me one as well. So yeah, some of these people just gave me too, because they were just out of metal at the time, or they were just like, I don't want it, which is cool. It's always cool to have friends like that know you're still into stuff, and when they get out of it, or they're not going to wear it anymore, they just give it to you. So this next one, pretty cool shirt. Amorphous, the Carillion Isthmus. OG shirt. I don't know what year this came out. It's not a tour shirt, but it's one of the originals. Nice shirt. I got this years ago on eBay when nobody gave a shit about metal shirts. I saw it on there, and it was like $10 and no one was bidding on it. Had to be at least 20 years ago. And I ended up getting it for like $12. So yeah, one of my favorite albums. I don't really like anything after that. I do like the Abhorrent shit, some of my favorite stuff. So Abhorrence and early Amorphous. Then after that, out. Alright, up next, Suffocation. Effigy of the Forgotten shirt. OG. Does have a rip right there. But, you know, I could sew that back together if I really wanted to. It's right at the seam. Again, this is one of the shirts I got from, is this on Blue Grape? Direct merchandising. I think it's Blue Grape. Yeah, Blue Grape. 1992. Again, one of the shirts I got out of that haul. I got some other shirts too, but I actually ended up selling them, like a Gorguts long sleeve and a couple other ones. I think there was a Death, Scream Bloody Gore, and a Blood Feast long sleeve. Wish I hadn't sold some of that stuff, but to justify it to my wife at the time, because I spent like $200-300 on shirts, I had to sell a couple, which I made my money back, obviously, just on the Gorguts alone. But there was a couple other shirts, like the Embalmer, Projectile Vomit long sleeve, I shouldn't have sold. The Blood Feast was kind of cool, but it was a later 90s one. And the Gorguts, I'm not a big Gorguts fan, but it was the Considered Dead long sleeve. It'd just be cool to have. I actually like that album more than I did when I sold it. Again, from the same haul, another fucking classic, Immolation. The Dawn Has Come. So, Dawn of Possession shirt, fucking classic. I love this shirt, man. Another Blue Grape shirt. Just fucking amazing, man. And you know, these shirts go for so much fucking money, which I get, like, but I mean, they've repressed a lot of this stuff. Here's another cool one. Sepultura Schizophrenia tour shirt. This is when I saw him with Obituary on the Cause of Death tour. This was actually, the tour was for Beneath the Remains, but I liked Schizophrenia more at the time. So, and I liked this shirt. I just liked the way it looked. So I grabbed this one. And I don't know what brand this is on. I can't read it. I think it's Blue Grape. Yeah, more Blue Grape shit. Most of these are all Blue Grape. Up next, another classic. Cannibal Corpse Eaten Back to Life tour shirt from 92. I was at this show, but I did not buy this shirt at that show. This was, again, part of that haul. But I was at this show, which was pretty good. I don't remember who played with them, honestly. A lot of these don't say who they played with on the back. Oh, up next, man, this shirt. One of my all-time favorite shirts. One of my all-time favorite records. Cemetery. Evil Shade of Grey. OG. Black Mark shirt. If you can see the little logo there. And then it just says original on the sleeve. And then this side, you got the Cemetery. And then the back, some little Geiger stuff. This shirt, I got lucky to find. There was this place, so bear with me on these stories, but in San Francisco, I was at a show, and they had this place across the street called, I think it was called Rock on Broadway, but they had a bunch of metal shirts there. They would have like these fucking original long sleeves there. I believe my friend got I want to say he got a Seance. I don't remember what shirt he got there, but I thought it was a Seance. It might be something else, but I grabbed the Cemetery and he grabbed the other one. It was either like a Seance or a Demigod shirt. No, it wasn't a Demigod, because it had to be probably another Black Mark shirt, I'm assuming. They must have just got like a Black Mark shipment or something, which was cool. But they always had shirts there, and they were pretty cheap. I mean, it was probably like $20 or something, but That was decent for a long sleeve shirt. But yeah, fucking great album. Fucking amazing shirt. You never see that shit ever. So I'm super stoked to have that in my collection still. Up next, Macabre Zodiac shirt. This is one I got in one of the halls as well. I've never seen Macabre. One of my favorite bands too, but they just never really played in the Bay Area. And when they did, I missed them. So I think they played once or twice in the Bay Area, and somehow I missed it. Is what it is. Did I say who we're listening to? This is Abominant with In Darkness Embrace. Pretty cool, kind of deathy thrash on Wild Rags from I want to say 93, 95, somewhere around there. Don't quote me on that. These dudes were from Kentucky, I believe. The singer sounds, it's funny too, because there's a Blood Feast cover song on here, and he reminds me of the Blood Feast singer, which is kind of cool. Maybe he knew he sounded like him, so they did a cover. Up next, fucking badass shirt, dude. Necrophobic Darkside. So fucking badass. There's the back. I got this in, I want to say, mid-90s. Not sure the origin. It is on a label called Rock Dreams. So they must have sold original merch. But I have no idea the origin of this shirt, if it's fully licensed. But if it's on an actual label, I'm assuming it is licensed. And I found this shirt in a pile of shirts somewhere for $1. Don't ask me, man. There's some other shirts that I found for cheap, like from other countries, that just ended up in a pile at a flea market. That's one of them. Up next, another classic, Grave. This is from the You'll Never See tour from '92. Feel the power, taste the pain, live the horror. North American tour '92. So another show I was at. I have a couple of these as well. I think the other one's not as faded, but I used to wear this shirt a lot. Still wear it once in a great while when I go to shows. But I think they've done a repress of this. Maybe I'll just pick up the repress instead of wearing this. Here's another one I got in a lot. This is Massacre from Beyond. Fucking badass shirt, man. Direct merchandising, which was blue grape. There's the back. Pretty cool. I've worn this shirt a few times too. Another great album, great shirt. Another one of my favorite shirts, Morbid Angel, Blessed Are the Sick tour. It does have this weird staining. So back in the day, I was staying at this house, me and my wife, and it was a really small little cottage, and I didn't have room for all my shirts, so I had them in a bag, and I was keeping them out. Stupid ass. I was keeping them outside on the porch in this garbage bag, and they got wet. So this has some weird stainage from when it was wet. But it is what it is. Abominations. The main thing I bought it for was the back. I really like this on the back, and I have an original, another original Morbid Angel shirt from before this. I'll show it in one of my next videos when I do death metal. I'll break it down. I'll do death metal, thrash. I got way more thrash shirts. I might hardcore. I got a lot of hardcore shirts, hardcore crossover stuff like DRI, SOD, and that kind of shit. So I'll do something like that, and then I have some black metal shirts, and I have some. What other shirts do I have? Just random shit. But maybe I'll do a random shit. Alright, up next. Another one. Dismember. This is the one I bought at the show. Dismembering North America. So the same as the back print of the pieces. But this one's a lot simpler. And it was what I could afford at the time. I barely remember this show, but I remember Dismember not sounding good. I was super excited to see them, and they played in there, like, the sound was super muddy, and you couldn't tell what they were playing. So, kind of a bummer, but anyways. A lot of shows were like that. You never knew what you were going to get, so. Up next, another one I got in the lot. Obituary Incomplete. And this is the actual tour shirt. Complete Control Tour 1992. I know there is another version of this that is not a tour shirt, but this one's the actual tour shirt, which is a lot harder to find. I like that design on the back. It's pretty fucking sick. I used to have the Cause of Death shirt. It got a little rough. It had like a couple holes in it. I gave it to my son, and he fucking wore the shit out of that shirt until it like turned to dust, basically. It just ripped apart. So I think I gave him that. I gave him a Violent Pacification DRI shirt as well. I think that one he still has. But just some shirts I thought he'd want at the time. Up next, this shirt. Another badass fucking shirt. Autopsy, Acts of the Unspeakable. I was at that Obituary show too. Santa Clara, One Step Beyond, 92. This shirt I got in that lot. Look at the back, man. That's so fucking sick. Such a badass shirt. Again, direct merchandising. A lot of these are all Blue Grape direct merchandising shirts. What's cool about this shirt, or what's cool about Autopsy in general, is I went and saw them. Like this, it was like a big show called Slaughter in the Water. Maybe, I want to say like 2016, maybe 2018, somewhere around there. No, it wasn't 2018. Had to be close to like 2015, 16. Maybe a little earlier. I don't recall, but they actually had leftover shirts of these that they were selling for like $30. Like they didn't even care. Nobody was buying them either. Nobody cared, which is weird. But they had the original fucking Axe shirts for sale. They were just like, yeah, dude. Like we just have these left over, and I should have bought another one, but I bought some other shit. Anyways, up next, this is Unleashed the Utter Dark. This is the demo shirt. This is not an original shirt. I mean, it is original, but I believe it's not licensed through Unleashed. It is 90s shirt. Again, it's another 90s shirt, but I've had the band members when I don't remember, on Facebook or something, they're like, dude, that's a fucking old school shirt. And I was like, if you guys say so, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a really good replica from the 90s, but who knows? When I bought it, it was way newer, so I just figured it was a reprint. Speaking of Unleashed, here's the actual tour shirt from Where No Life Dwells, where I actually saw them on this tour, and I don't remember who they played with. I want to say Sinister, but I'm not positive. I want to say they played with Sinister. I don't know. I don't remember all these shows I've been to. Up next, one of the granddaddies, Bolt Thrower. Everybody loves a Bolt Thrower shirt, right? This is the long sleeve. This shirt's really rare because Unleashed Upon America, and again, nobody has this. It's super hard to find with this back print on it. I know it was released on with a different back print, but this one, fucking cool shit. I got that on the tour. from, I want to say it was the War Master tour. Yeah, it was the War Master tour, and they had the other shirts, but I for some reason I wanted this one. I really like the design from the first album, so I wanted that one. But I do have this one. So I ended up actually getting this War Master shirt in that haul, with the back, with the War Master on the back. So I ended up getting this shirt anyways, but I believe they had long sleeves of this at the show, which was cool. Up next, one of my favorite shirts, Entombed 91 tour shirt. I like that back print. This is the short sleeve, and here's the long sleeve. This one has the, I think there's a different color version of this, but this is the red and yellow. And then tour dates on the other sleeve, US tour, kind of like the, what shirt was that I showed that had that same thing on the sleeve? But like that. And then last but not least, not super death metal, but it has dudes from death metal bands in it. One of my favorite shirts, this fucking Terrorizer World Downfall long sleeve. This is the OG, with the Terrorizer World Downfall on both sleeves. And then the back has that Terrorizer little circle thing, which is pretty cool. I was super stoked to get this. I got that in that lot too from that dude. So, pretty cool. So, I think I showed like 25 shirts in 22 minutes, which is pretty cool. I thought it was going to take a lot longer. But let me know what you guys want to see. You want to see more death metal? You want to see thrash? I got a few grindcore shirts, a lot of punk shirts, a lot of hardcore shirts, crossover shirts. Let me know. All right. Talk to you soon.